Hi guys, I'm Do-yun from the Yon-Say annals, and today I'll be asking Yon-Say students what is feminism in their opinion. Let's go! Can you guys please introduce yourself to the cameras?
I'm Molly.
I'm Kayla.
And which major are you guys
We
studying?
are both in English language and literature.
Hi, my name is Tom. I'm an exchange student here at Yon-Say for one semester, and I'm from Germany.
Exactly the same. My name is Pia. I'm also an exchange student here for this fall semester.
My name is Samantha. I'm from UIC, Life Science and Biotechnology.
Hello, my name is Mishtan Paul.
And I'm Melissa Young. We're from Yon-Say KLI.
I'm Virginia. I'm from Department of Communication.
The first question is, what is feminism? And can you describe it in your own word?
For me, feminism is basically equality. Feminism, for me, has brought rights for women to vote in my country, has gotten us to be able to work and, of course, wear pants. So it's simply just equality between men and women.
For me, feminism is more, it's an issue of equality. So it's not like women should be treated better than men, but it's more, of equality. So we fight for the same rights and the same perceptions.
Feminism, to me, I think is when people are more sensitive when it comes to topics surrounding women's rights, and you think that men have no say in anything that's related to what women do and what they can do regarding their bodies and a lot of like rights, liberties, those areas.
I would say feminism is pretty much just gender equality. That's the goal, at least.
Yeah, about empowering women, as you said, about equality, but I think chances haven't been necessarily the same for all genders, so...
And what is the difference between feminism and hating men?
I don't think, being a feminist, you have to attack men. But, as in women, we should protect ourselves.
I think feminism in general does not hate men. They're just saying that unless you're a woman, you should have no right in what can be done regarding like women's rights.
Hating men is actively doing things or like feeling anger towards men, whereas feminism is supposed to uplift both men and women to put them on even ground.
Yeah, it's just equality for both sexes, all people of all genders across the spectrum, just having equality. And there's no hate in feminism, just bringing awareness to disparities that, people of the non-male gender experience.
Feminism just wants equal rights. We want the same advantages that men have. There's no need to hate men. There's no hate in feminism. So hating men is just a thing on its own for me.
And do you think feminism is necessary?
I think it is. It definitely is, because we're not there yet. We're not there yet at equality. Like we said, it's not about hating any other gender or anything like that, but it's about bringing awareness to the differences and of like people in these marginalized communities.
Absolutely. I feel like also just there have been genders who are on the the side of the underdog, and I think feminism's goal is to put them on the same level as everybody.
Especially also in research, since we're at the university, a lot has been focused in the past on men, also in medicine and so on, which isn't about directly empowering women, but also having more research that is specifically for women or all genders and not just men.
I guess it gets weird because when you say there's a need for feminism, it means that it's quite obvious that there is a big difference between the dialogues between men and women. So there is a need, but I'm not saying there's a need to be so harsh or there's a need to be so pushy on your views.
Without feminism, we wouldn't be here doing this interview. Even in today's society, I do think feminism can be beneficial, especially in the workplace. I feel like most jobs, men take over like business and stuff like that, and pay equality, that's still an issue. So I do think feminism can help women still today.
And do you think feminism benefits both genders? If so, how?
Yes, for sure, for sure. one group is oppressed, if one group can achieve freedom and power by oppressing another, that's not true freedom or power. So through feminism, where we're uplifting people of all genders, everyone can experience equality. And then we have like, patriarchy or toxic things about like being male or being a man. Through feminism, breaking down those gender roles and separations, people who are not women can also experience and enjoy those freedoms as well.
I think it just equals the playing ground for everyone and gives fair opportunities to everyone, which is, I think, the best outcome.
Exactly. It's not like, it's not really benefits for both genders, but it's definitely not a disadvantage for men. So, yeah.
I do think feminism benefits both genders because I believe for men, there is like a different crisis going on. Like, for example, no one talks about the issues that men feel for mental health or other like issues that's caused by sex inequality. For example, a lot of men back then work, go to war. But if you're in a family household, mom, dad, maybe the man wants to cook or stay at home and the mom wants to go to work. That's good too.
What are some misunderstandings or stereotypes about feminism that you have seen on campus or online?
I haven't seen anything on campus, but online I've seen a lot of people claim that feminism is hating men, is women want to do everything. That's not it.
Is that when there's like any news of domestic violence, they usually blame the men first. But even though there is possibility that women can also be the culprit in these cases. So my idea of feminism is always blaming the men first when it comes to anything that is relationship, because the woman usually isn't in the wrong.
Online, definitely the part what you already mentioned, that feminism is compared to hating men, that feminists hate men, they're just there for women, they want women to be on top and the men being below, but that is not the case. I think, well, we already mentioned a couple of times that it means equality, so that is, I think, a big misunderstanding there.
And do you think feminism today is different from what it used to be?
Absolutely. I mean, feminism has been a constant fight of like equality, obviously, but now we have a lot more like technology and like resources where we can actually spread more of that like equality and actually work towards it. And women are obviously more heard today than they have been in the past. So it's definitely evolved into, I don't know, it's better. Still not great, but better.
better.
I know back in the days, especially being Asian, I'm ethnically Chinese, and like from what I know in terms of history, is that it's very patriarchal. So like usually the men have more say in what the woman can do in terms of family values and stuff. So I think in recent times it's more liberal, it's more open. So like there isn't much biases on what women can do, and I think in the workplace there is movements on giving equal pay and stuff like that. Yeah, so I think it's progressive.
I think so. It's hard to specify, but there has been, I think, major developments in the past decades and also past few years, and it's probably also a lot has changed with social media, where a lot of very surface level news and very opinion based, and it's probably continued to change over the next years.
I think the urge to fight for women's rights and whatsoever, that has not changed. I think it's the same process we're going through, but the goals have changed, of course. Like years ago, like decades ago, was fighting for the same rights to vote, to be able to work, and now it got leveled up. It's like getting the same money and the same job or the same opportunities on research levels. So I think the goals have changed definitely. So I think we've already come a long way.
I do think so, because people have changed, society has changed. I can't pinpoint exactly how, but you can see with like the opportunities that we have now. Women can work in the same place as men. We have more rights.
Is feminism a major issue at Yon-Say?
I don't think a major issue. I've never thought about it actually here, so I think that's a good sign that I haven't perceived women treated less or getting given less opportunities. But of course, I'm just here for 2 months now, so I don't really know. But I don't see that much the big of an issue or so far.
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like this is our first semester here, and of course, like we're from America, so I really haven't seen any issues, but I also haven't seen any like uplifting things for feminism.
It's not really a non-issue, but it just like seems like something that's not really even acknowledged.
Yeah.
As a KLI student, I'm not sure overall like Yon-Say, so I'm gonna say I don't know for my answer.
Yeah, I also not really sure about that.
As I've also just been here for 2 months, it's hard to say, but in my engineering classes, there could be some more women. So they could be empowered to become engineers. I would love to see some more. My class I have later today, it's 15 boys and just 1 girl. So it would be nice to see a bit more women there.
Among Yon-Say students, how often does the feminism issue come up in conversation?
Among Yon-Say students?
Yeah.
I would say almost never.
0.
Never for me.
Never for me too.
Never?
I've never really discussed this topic with any Yon-Say students or Koreans in general as well. It hardly comes up.
We're KLI students and international students. Issues like that never rise up, or it's never something that we talk about.
Honestly, I'm like, again, we are from the States, so like it might come up just like among friends from the States because it's definitely like a idea or concept or issue that is definitely talked about more naturally or consistently.
Yeah.
But it's never anything necessarily about like on Yon-Say's
or
campus.
Korea.
I have to admit, up to now, but also probably because we're a lot around exchange students and international full-time students, it hasn't come up, to be honest.
And this is it for our interview. And if you'd like to see more this kind of video, you can like, comment, and subscribe to the Yon-Say Annals. Bye!